Colonel Vaughn, on September 22nd, 1918, you led an offensive near Cambrai, France, is that?
That's right.
Near Cambrai, France, and you spotted 18 Fokkers and downed 2. Could you tell me a little bit about that day from the start to the finish?
Well, that was just about as you say. It was a very large group of enemy aircraft. They had one flight flying at an altitude slightly below our group, and another flight flying up behind. The flight that was flying just under us was about to attack a flight from our own 17th Squadron. And even though we knew that there was another flight above us, we had to get into the fight and get these fellows off the tails of our own A flight. So we got into quite a dogfight there, and it was joined eventually by the group which was just behind and above, so that we were pretty badly outnumbered at one point. And I got shots at several different aircraft, two of which I got credit for shooting down in that particular scrap. And then my own engine stopped. I thought that I had had it. I couldn't get away with anyway except by putting the Camel into a spin, which I did. At least that got me down close to the ground and not a very easy target while spinning. So I thought I was going to have to make a landing in the barbed wire with no engine, but I straightened out after the spin down. I remembered that I had an emergency gas tank up in the center section of the airplane, and I turned that on, and off went the engine, and off I went for the home airdrome. In the meantime, the people who had been following me down claimed me as a victory, the Germans, and they had a confirmed victory. In other words, according to the German documentation, I was shot down at that time. I just barely got away without being shot down. I thought for a while it was going to be pretty serious because I felt a stinging system sensation behind my...
If you hold the story right there, I'm very sorry.
Breathing a little bit better, having found the engine would run and would get me home, but on the way home, I felt a stinging and sort of a burning sensation behind my left shoulder, and I took my glove off and felt up there, and I was soaking wet. And of course, the first thing that occurred to me was that I'd been hit in the shoulder from these enemy aircraft. And I thought that looked pretty good because obviously I wasn't disabled at this point. And a wound in the shoulder like that, and a little trip back to England, and a nice holiday for a couple of weeks in London. So I thought this was just dandy. When I got back to the airdrome, I was about to tell the mechanics who came out to meet me about this wound in my left shoulder, and I saw them looking at the area back there, and I turned around and looked myself, and lo and behold, in the gas tank, which was just behind the seat itself of the Camel, there was a hole about 6 inches in diameter. Obviously, it was just gasoline that had slopped out of the gas tank that was on my shoulder. It wasn't blood. So I didn't get any vacation. I got a new airplane the next day and was back in the field again.
Yeah, they look like models.
We built you were in our shop where we do our work. We built a paint booth right there in the middle of the shop. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And we had a lot of fun knowing that you were going to be here later to see it.
Yeah.
We knew we had to do it right.
Well,
In fact, we see one of your letters.
it's an interesting business that you were in.
We kind of get the best of both worlds. To meet you. We get to meet the people